could result in a doomsday scenario of oil going for just $20 a barrel. Inflation is in check, though, at the wholesale level. Producer prices in August were unchanged. Higher prices for food and clothing offset a drop in the cost of energy. And more banks behaving badly. Now they're admitting it. 12 major lenders, including Bank of America, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, and J.P. Morgan Chase, have reached a nearly $2 billion settlement to resolve investor claims that they colluded to fix prices and stifle competitors in the $16 trillion market for something called credit default swaps. Those are a kind of insurance policy on investments. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH+. EH+ combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH+ gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
While most video surveillance solutions capture and store hours of nothing, Kcaa by Barracuda Networks only captures video when something happens. Once captured on camera, the video evidence is immediately encrypted and sent to the cloud for safe storage and easy retrieval from any web browser or mobile device. With Kcaa, there's no network configuration or software to install. Just plug one or more cameras into your network to better protect your business. Don't get caught with nothing. Do something about it. Check out Kcaa.com. That's CUDAEYE.com.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news here on Kcaa 1050 AM. The San Bernardino County Coroner's Office released the name of a 70-year-old man who died Monday after being struck by a big rig in San Bernardino. Antonio Lavarro died at 5:43 at the scene of the crash of Interstate 215, the off-ramp specifically, onto the westbound 5th Street. The man was crossing the crosswalk when the big rig struck him, according to CHP. The driver of the truck, Luis Miguel Cabuto, was making a right turn from the off-ramp onto westbound 5th when the collision occurred. The CHP is asking anyone who may have seen the crash to call its San Bernardino office at 909-383-4247. And today, the Riverside County Department of Public Health has announced that a 77-year-old man who recently tested positive for West Nile virus has died. The unidentified man was the first person in Riverside County with the virus to die since 2008. He died late in August after a brief hospitalization. The illness was reported this week, but the man did have underlying health issues that may have contributed to his death. There have been 16 human cases of West Nile in 2015 in Riverside County alone. And Murrieta police officers arrested 3 people Wednesday after discovering a marijuana grow outside their trailer home. Officers arrived to the area on report of a code violation. 3 people living in the home without running water or power. Alvaro Gomez Trejo, 52, Ramiro Ruiz Acosta, 25, and Stephanie Cook, 28, were all arrested at their mobile home on the 35,000 block of Duster Road. Gomez Trejo was arrested on suspicion of marijuana cultivation and possessing brass knuckles. Ruiz Acosta arrested on suspicion of a stolen vehicle. And Cook arrested on possessing a large amount of marijuana. And Inland Empire weather, partly cloudy, chance of showers remaining today. In fact, partly cloudy through Sunday, not quite as hot, highs into the middle 90s. Overnight lows right around 72 tonight. Checking out your drive. There is an accident blocking 2 lanes on the 210 eastbound before Campus Avenue in the Upland area. That's due to an overturned vehicle, and traffic is backed up from Baseline Road. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic. This report has been brought to you by SoCal Honda. The guys in blue are at it again right now during the Honda clearance event. Get great deals on award-winning Hondas. Stop by your local helpful Honda dealer today or visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to learn more. That's the latest from Kcaa 1050 AM.
Sacrifice, determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. Thank you for joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Hank is with us in Boston. Hey, Hank, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up in your world?
Well, I'm calling because my wife and I are recent money makeover converts. We just started following your plan this month. We got on a written budget for the first time in our married lives, and we saved up our emergency fund pretty fast. And we're starting in on step 2 now, and we just found out a few weeks ago that my wife is pregnant with our first child.
Yay!
Yeah, it's a really exciting time for us. But, you know, we've got this fog of, you know, our finances over the next 9 months, and we're looking for your advice on what we should be doing.
I would push pause on your total money makeover, meaning I would not pay extra on your debts. Instead, I would build the emergency fund up as large as you can build it. No limit. What's your household income?
We make $165 pre-tax, and we bring in about $9,500.
And how much debt do you have?
Our snowball is significant. We have about $8,000 in credit card debt, but about $450,000 in student loans.
Ouch! Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, you make bank, you make good money. You're in a big hole, but you got a big shovel. So the good news is when you get ready to do this, you're going to be able to do it. You're just going to have to cut your lifestyle down. You're not going to be spending money like you make $200 a year. You're going to spend money like you make $50 a year. And you probably need to go ahead and start that now, and let's see how big a pile of cash we can pile up, as if we were attacking the debt snowball, okay?
Okay.
But let's not pay extra on anything. Just pay minimum payments. And if you got $50,000 in the account by the time she has a baby, that's okay, because we're going to use it anyway. Soon as she has the baby, and baby and mommy are fine, and they come home from the hospital, take your account down to baby step 1, meaning clean all the money out of that savings and throw it at debt, down to $1,000.
Okay.
Baby step 1, you said you're doing the total money makeovers, $1,000. 2 is we're working the debt snowball. Okay? But now, until she's home with the baby, we're just going to pile up cash because we might need it, and babies are more important than MasterCard.
Right.
And we just want to have that extra thing. And you're not going to, the only ground you're going to lose doing this is a little bit of interest during the 9 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess a part B to that question is, would you recommend us, these are federal student loans, would you recommend us putting one in deferment and saving that payment for the next 9 months?
Nah. You can pay the payments and still save money.
Okay.
You make good money. I mean, you got some room in your budget anyway. It doesn't, it's pay me now, pay me later. So when you put in deferment, the interest still accrues. So you might as well keep dinking at it. But the big thing is, I just don't want you to only have $1,000 while she's pregnant.
Okay.
I'm just wanting a pile of cash there for comfort and, stress and so forth. And then when she comes home and baby's okay, she's okay, then we're ready to hit the ground running. We push play again, and you beans and rice and beans, scorched earth syndrome, and you really attack on your lifestyle so that you can attack this huge student loan debt. So who's the doc or the lawyer?
We're both lawyers.
There you go. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, thus the income. You're doing well with your income, and it's probably going to continue to go up. If you're in the Boston market, you should be continuing to see that rise over time, I assume. Would that be correct?
That would be correct.
Yeah, and so this is not going to be a linear debt snowball, meaning that as your income goes up and you have your lifestyle fixed at a low figure, every dollar that the income goes up increases the speed at which you pay off the debt. You follow me?
I do.
So you'll see that thing curve out on you, and it won't take as long as it sounds when we only say 165 and 450. It's a lot of debt. Wow. Daniel's with us. Daniel's in Dallas, Texas. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I have actually a two-part question.
Okay.
Number one, whenever you met Sharon, did you know that was the woman you were going to marry, or how long did it take before you figured out that was the woman you were going to marry? And number two, if I want to build wealth, what are the qualities I need to look for in a potential spouse? I know Thomas Stanley wrote about it in his book, The Millionaire Next Door, and I just want to get your personal opinion on those matters.
I was 22. I was not walking with the Lord, we would not use that as our model for selecting a spouse, okay? God took care of me because he gave me Sharon. But, that was, I would answer this more the way I would answer my son now, who's 23 and single, if he were to ask me that same question, okay? Rather than that. And I can tell you some of the attributes then that Sharon does have that are helpful. One is she's not a princess, and two is she doesn't do drama. And that's just really helpful for all kinds of parts of your life in terms of just being able to accomplish anything. The more maintenance is required of an individual, whether it's man or woman, the more trouble you're going to have in your life, and that includes financial. And that's the princess or prince syndrome. And then the more drama always costs money somehow. Right.
I'm great, and it's great to talk to you.
You too. What's up?
Well, here's the situation. My husband, he's 54 years old, and we are going to be cashing in his whole life policy, which had a long-term care rider on it. Mm-hmm. And with this cash in, we're going to get $40,000 cash coming to us.
Okay.
By the end of the year, we may also be receiving $25,000 to $30,000 in an inheritance from my grandfather if everything goes smoothly. But we're definitely going to get $40,000 right now.
Phenomenal.
Yes, that is for cashing in the policy. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the question we have is this. My husband's 54, I'm 47, and we don't know whether to use this money to pay down our mortgage, which has a very low interest rate, mm-hmm. or if we should use it to help pay for college. We have 3 children, which are ages 14 through 18. My mm-hmm. daughter's going to college this fall. We have not really done anything to financially prepare for this, mm-hmm. and so that's really our dilemma.
How are you going to pay for
down
it?
The mortgage or pay with the college?
If she goes to college and you're not financially prepared for it, how are you planning to pay for it?
Well, we do. We have the money for her to pay for it. She's also going to be doing work study. She's getting a job. We do have the money set away in addition to our emergency fund to be able to pay for it. We are debt free.
So you have prepared for it.
Pardon me?
So you have prepared for it.
Well, yes, but we also have 2 more coming up.
Well, if you need to use this money to prepare for the other 2, then I would. That's fine. And it doesn't sound like you need money for this one. So the panic's off of that. But yeah, college is next in your baby steps. That's where you are, and they're heading there. I mean, you're getting ready to. The fruit's ripe. It's getting ready to come off the tree. So you're going to have to get ready here with the rest of them. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. I make it a point every summer to remind my team to keep their foot on the gas. When business everywhere is slowing down, summer is a great time to get ahead of the competition. That's why if you're looking to hire quality candidates, do it now while your competitors are on vacation. Check out my friends at ZipRecruiter. In order to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the job sites. By using ZipRecruiter.com, your position will post to 100 plus job sites, including social networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click, and be instantly matched to candidates from over 4 million resumes. Over 400,000 businesses have used ZipRecruiter. Getting to the right people for your company is so important. So take advantage of the summer months and try ZipRecruiter for free today by going to ZipRecruiter.com/Dave. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Dave. ZipRecruiter.com/Dave.
This is Kcaa.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, now in the IE.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds Custodian Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Leading with over 5 million searches, Apple announced the launch of their new iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. Woo-hoo! Consumers are excited about the M9 Motion coprocessor, 3D Touch, and the Rose Gold color option. Pre-orders begin Saturday. And get this, the new iPhones will be available in over 130 countries by the end of the year. Also trending with over 500,000 searches, the tennis match between sisters Venus and Serena lit social media on fire. Many people were excited to see the siblings compete in the U.S. Open. Although Serena won against her sister, she says Venus is the toughest competitor she's ever played against in her life. And many people on social media are wondering why the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Andre Berto has oddly gotten next to no buzz. The crowds are smaller, the buzz is softer, and get this, tickets may still be available to what Mayweather is calling his final fight. Many people are saying they don't believe this is his last fight. This had over 500,000 searches. I'm Successful Brim with what's trending this week on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
In the lobby of Financial Peace Plaza, Larry and Angie are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hi.
How are you? Welcome, welcome. Where are you guys from?
Hamilton, Ohio.
Near Cincinnati?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, welcome to Nashville. So I'm guessing you're here to do your debt-free scream.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal. How much have you two paid off?
$64,800.
I love it. And how long did it take you to do that?
It took 18 months and 17 days.
I love it. Making what kind of money during that
We
time?
started out at $77,000 and we ended at right at $100,000.
Okay. Awesome. Very good. What kind of debt was the $65,000?
Well, most of it was student loans. We had some taxes, some medical bills, and some stupid.
Everybody's got a little stupid on their list.
Yeah, a lot.
I love it. That's fun. So what happened 18 months ago that made you say, okay, we're going to get rid of this?
Well, as a truck driver, I listened to your show all the time, and I would come home and tell my wife about it. And I remember hearing you say, "Don't leave Dave's name a bad name in the household." But it did the exact opposite with her, and we just started hammering on it.
So you start talking to her about it, and she went, "Finally, let's go."
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as far from being a cuss word, it became a motivational speech.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So, Angie, you were already thinking this stuff, and it wasn't hard for you to grasp it all, and you came home and you're like, oh, this is awesome. Who are you, and what have you done with my husband?
I think that it was great. It was a learning process, and for me, it has changed my life. It has changed both of our lives.
Yes, it
and
has.
and it is a life change. We will never go back to where we were.
That's a neat saying. What do you mean when you say it changed your life?
It changed my life in that I realized, what I could have been doing that I wasn't doing.
Sense of control.
Yes.
Sense of power. You got power over it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like what you say about you tell money what to do instead of money telling you what to do.
That's good.
And when we first started out in our budget, writing our budget down and everything, we didn't know how we were going to do it because we were making a whole lot less than our bills were coming in each month. And it's like, oh my God, what are we going to do here?
How'd you turn that around?
Well, I had some savings, and we threw some savings at it, and that really got the ball rolling.
Okay, so that kind of blew the log jam up and let it start flowing then.
Yes.
I got you.
I switched jobs in between, too. That helped a lot.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay. For more money?
Yeah. The hours are a whole lot different, but, I mean, to keep my family debt-free, I'll do anything I have to do.
Look at you. That's awesome. So what are you working, graveyard or something?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I drive a truck for a living, and sometimes I have to get up at midnight. Sometimes I have to get up at 3 in the morning to go to work and work 14 to 16 hours a day.
Okay. Are you doing over the road or?
It's kind of sort of that, but I'm back every day.
Oh, okay. So it's long runs, but back home.
Right.
Okay. Wow. That's a big turn. Okay. Well, that's good news. At least you're back.
Yeah.
So that's a good part of it, but that's a lot of hard work. It really is. Very cool. And what do you do for a living, Angie?
I do accounting work for local county government.
Okay. So this was a natural thing for you once you start crunching the numbers.
Yeah, I'm definitely the nerd.
Okay, definitely. I love it. So you guys got the Total Money Makeover book or what? Or how'd you find out about us?
We did get, like Larry said, that he had listened to you on the radio, and I got the Total Money Makeover book in October, and we started on January 1st.
Okay.
We read the whole book together, and we started January 1st.
Okay. That's all it took.
That's it.
Some radio encouragement, and the accountant was already ready, and when the truck driver comes home, she goes, yeah, you're a smart man. Let's do this. Great idea.
I don't know about that.
I had color-coded spreadsheets, the whole 9 yards. I love it.
I love it.
And I'm looking at it like, what is this?
I love it. That's fun. Yeah, that's a nerd. That's a real nerd when you got color-coded spreadsheets now. That's when fist bump on that. I like it. That's good. Well, you guys are incredible. How's it feel to not have any debt?
For me, it hasn't kicked in yet. Because it just the end of this July, it has not kicked in for me yet.
For me, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to look at the checking account, and we have money. We paid to come down here cash. Everything's been paid cash, and we still have money.
It's ours.
Yeah.
It's not committed to some stupid bank somewhere.
Right,
yes.
yeah.
I love it.
Feels wonderful.
It does. There's a sense of power, a sense of peace. Yeah, that's very cool. So what do you advise people? What do you tell people the secrets to getting out of debt are?
Just stay at it. Stay at it. Keep focused and communicate.
Budget.
Yeah.
Even when Murphy comes to visit, because he came to visit.
Oh, yeah.
What was the worst Murphy thing?
I would say we had back-to-back car issues. He drives an 05, I drive an 01, and we had back-to-back car issues. But then it was just, then we had medical stuff. I mean, there was just a lot of things all at one time, and just stay at it and keep plugging away and plugging away and plugging away, even if you only have $5 to put at it because of the other issues that are going on in your life. Do it.
Next month we'll hit it again.
Yeah.
Just don't quit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Because this is not easy, is it?
No,
it's not.
It's just worth it.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. All right, Larry and Angie, Cincinnati, Ohio. $65,000 paid off in 18 months and 17 days, making $77,000 up to $100,000 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! I do love it. Way to go, you guys. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Very well done. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You know, we have over 400 folks on our team here at Financial Peace Plaza, and we are hiring everything from web developers to web architects to iOS people to Ruby people, all that web speak stuff that I don't even know what I'm saying when I say it. We're hiring marketers. We're hiring salespeople. This place is exploding, and we need your help. So if you've got digital experience in marketing, you're used to doing the front side or the back side of a website, whether it's the web design, whether it's the user experience, whether it's the marketing piece, whether it's managing email, from a marketing perspective, all of this, we need help. Just hit Dave's hiring button at DaveRamsey.com, and you can find all the different things that are going on around here, because it's big, big fun, I'll tell you. All right, open phones this hour. Dayton, Antonio, or is it Antonia? Antonia? Antonia. I'm messing it up all the way around. Antonia,
That's okay.
How can I help?
I'm used to it. Well, I have a question about credit cards. My husband and I, we just kind of started talking about our finances, and we decided, we want to get out of debt, especially with our current situation with us being down to one income. So as far as the credit cards, I know you said they're a no-no, and what I want to know is, do we let them close themselves out, or do we close them ourselves, and do we close them right away, or do we wait to pay them off and then we close them? I just don't know how we should go about getting rid of the credit card.
Well, they won't close the account completely, and as long as there's an outstanding balance. The account's going to remain open. You can ask them to close it for further charges, to deactivate the card, which is not a bad idea. And then when the account is paid off, of course, you cut the cards up, and you cut them up now anyway, and then you make sure the account is closed when there's a zero balance. You usually can do that on the phone, but they're going to fight you. I mean, you need a credit card. You can't exist without a credit card, because, that's their job. They're salespeople. And so some people have told stories of being on the phone 30 minutes trying to convince the idiot to close your account. Usually, if you use the name Dave Ramsey, it shortens the conversation. But anyway, they're not going to completely shut it down until it is zeroed out. So you could deactivate the cards and cut them up today. I do recommend that. The actual closing of the account occurs, of course, when you're zero balanced. And as you knock one off, I'd close it. Knock one off and close it. Does two things. One, it keeps you from using it. Two, it gets away from the probability of some kind of fraudulent use of the account. If the account doesn't exist anymore, a little tough for it to, for your identity to get stolen on that account. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This is KCAA.
California headline news: observances around the country and the state on this 14th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. In San Francisco, Mayor Ed Lee paid tribute to firefighters.
God bless them all. Our city appreciates your role in our response, in our sacrifice, and in your readiness.
Many Californians died that day. All four planes that crashed in Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and New York were headed west for Los Angeles and San Francisco. Wildfire continuing to burn in the Sierra foothills. Now nearly 32,000 acres, with firefighters losing ground.
The fire's picking up, and it's pushing up against the few containment lines we have so far.
Officials ordering more evacuation. Schools closed near the fire that's destroyed 6 homes and has crossed the line into Calaveras County from Amador County. A carjacking striking suspect shot to death after running into a restaurant and taking the patrons hostage in Downey. Geico weather, another day of very hot conditions in many areas of the state. Very little chance for additional moisture. Jeff Scott, California News.
The 2015 Kcaa features plush leather seating that will feel to your hemorrhoids like sitting on lava-hot knitting needles.
Not if you step up to relief with the power of 2 from Preparation H. First, use Preparation H medicated wipes to soothe as they clean. Then Preparation H Maximum Strength Cream to relieve pain and burning.
Now sink into that rich upholstery. Luxurious.
Preparation H. Don't stand for hemorrhoids. Use as directed.
And try specially formulated medicated wipes for women.
If your computer is running slow, go to mycleanpc.com and get a free computer diagnosis. In minutes, you can activate MyCleanPC software to clean out the junk that may be slowing down your computer. Increase your computer speed today with mycleanpc.com. That's mycleanpc.com.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the concentrated cleaner that's perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new again. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green.
KCAA invites you to support our very own Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, in raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities in the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon, October 11th. Every year, RMHC and its local chapters give more than 7 million children the strength to persevere as they run their own marathons, fighting illness and injury throughout months, sometimes years. Michelle will be running in the marathon, and if you would like to join her in becoming a Team RMHC runner, please go to the RMHC homepage or simply Google RMHC, Ronald McDonald House Charities. You can also help by contributing in fundraising efforts or by becoming part of the year-round sponsorship of Ronald McDonald House Charities. For more information about RMHC, visit rmhc.org. And remember to give your support to KCAA's Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, as she runs the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon in support of Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
If you like jazz, you'll enjoy getting together with me, Tommy Hawkins, a jazz hawk. Tune into my show, Just Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 to midnight on KCAA 1050 AM.
Are you thirsty for books that will fill your soul with wisdom, joy, and inspiration? Then take a refreshing and nourishing drink at Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore, located in the heart of the Agape International Spiritual Center in Culver City, which incidentally was recently featured on The Today Show. From aromatic soy candles to best-selling authors like Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith and a whole host of other visionaries, Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore has everything to soothe your body, spirit, and soul. For more info and directions, visit agapelive.com today.
The founder of a world-renowned symphony made up of children.
The Inland Empire's most heroic teacher.
The world-famous mixed martial arts hero, Baptiste Mansour.
The lady who's saving homeless kids in Redlands.
The Inland Empire has thousands of community, business, and kid heroes. Each week, we share their stories with you. Join us for My Awesome Empire and find out why the Inland Empire is so great.
Saturday afternoons at 5 p.m. on AM 1050 and KCAAradio.com.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Tom Ladd for this afternoon. Chance of showers and thunderstorms after 11 a.m. Mostly sunny with the high near 98. Light and variable wind out of the west at 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with low around 72. You can expect a west wind at 10 to 15, becoming southwesterly at 5 to 10. Winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour. Sunny Saturday, high near 95. Cloudy Saturday night with low around 71. That's your weather forecast for this hour from the station that leaves no listener behind. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. You jump in and we'll talk about your life and your money. Sean is on Twitter. Is turnover rate important when considering a mutual fund? If it is not inside of a retirement account, yes. The turnover rate is what happens, is the percentage of the portfolio inside the mutual fund that is sold every year. So if they sell half the stocks in a growth stock mutual fund every year, the turnover rate would be 50%. If they sell 6 out of 10 stocks in a mutual fund every year, the turnover rate would be 60%. If they have a low turnover rate, that would be defined as 5% or less. That means they hardly sell any of the stocks ever inside the mutual fund. That is important if you don't have it in a retirement account. Because when they sell the stocks and it makes money, it creates taxes for you. The taxes for you don't matter if it's in a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA because it's not taxed until you take it out in a traditional, and the growth is tax-free in a Roth. And so you don't worry about it if it's in a retirement account. But when I'm buying mutual funds beyond my retirement accounts, once I've maxed out all my retirement accounts, once I'm completely debt-free, house and everything, then I start investing long-term, and I use mutual funds to do that. I'll do a lot of low-turnover mutual funds then. And an inexpensive way to get to a low-turnover rate mutual fund is a no-load S&P 500 fund. An S&P 500 index fund is a good growth fund. It'll mirror what the market does. It's not going to be much better than the stock market, not going to be much worse. But they're buying the top 500 stocks in the stock market, the top 500 companies. That's what the S&P 500 is. Standard & Poor's is a rating company. They rate the top 500 companies based on size. And so the largest 500 companies is what the S&P 500 is. Now, then if that fund is mirroring that, then they don't need to buy and sell that because they're not trying to gain beyond what those 500 companies gain them. And so they have a low turnover ratio by nature. You can buy other funds that are more traditional funds that aren't indexed, but that have a low turnover ratio as well. But that's a no-load fund, and it's an easy fund to jump into. I'll park money in something like that while I'm saving up some money to buy my next piece of real estate. I may not have the money to buy the deal I'm looking at today, but as I'm stocking money away, I don't really want to sit it in there making 1/4% or 0.75%. Not much money anyway, comparatively. So I'll throw it over there in that mutual fund and let it do whatever the market does for a short period of time. Now, when I pull the money out, it becomes taxable. Any gains on it become taxable. Conrad is with us in Denver. Hey, Conrad, how are you?
Doing well. Yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I'm a young engineer, and I've been approached by a certain company for insurance stuff. They have a couple products they're trying to sell to me, and I'm kind of new to the station, so I want to make sure I'm getting on the right page to start.
Okay.
They are trying to sell me a disability insurance, which could make some sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to sell a term life insurance and also a permanent life insurance.
Okay.
And based on what I've heard from you, I think you're going to say no to the permanent, but there's also some nuances here that maybe you'll have a better answer for me as to how I can make my money work for me.
Yeah, you can make it work for you anywhere better than a permanent life insurance policy. You need to invest it in something, and you'll do a lot better. So just stay away from that completely. Bad news,
Okay.
bad product. Long-term disability insurance is awesome. Your company does not furnish that as a benefit?
Well, so that's why this story gets interesting. Is I'm a young engineer who's not yet fully employed. I am working at a temporary position, and I therefore don't get to enjoy any of the benefits of my wonderful company yet.
Okay, all right. Well, I would buy long-term disability insurance, and I would shop it. And what I would do is get with someone's just come into the company, it sounds like, and is presenting in general. That may be a decent policy. It may not. But the best way to shop it is to go to an independent insurance broker that represents a bunch of different companies. And then they'll shop among those companies and get you the best deal on your long-term disability insurance. And that's what I would do if I were in your shoes. As far as the term life insurance goes, you're going to have trouble beating Xander Insurance. That's one of the reasons we endorse them, and I buy my personal policies there. Just because, again, they're a large brokerage firm, and they represent almost every term insurance company out there. And their software allows it to search through all of those companies in your age situation, your health situation, and give you the best possible deals. It takes about 13 seconds for that database to crunch and spit you an answer out there. So I would go to XanderInsurance.com, buy some 15 to 20-year level term insurance, and I would shop with a broker to pick out some good long-term disability insurance, and I would stay away from any kind of insurance policy that ever has you saving money inside of a policy. You're better off to do your investing anywhere else. Mike's with us. Mike's in Birmingham. How are you, Mike?
Good, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, I'm trying to get your advice on whether I should sell my house or not.
Okay.
I'm currently making about $105,000 a year. My wife doesn't work. We have 4 kids, so she's a stay-at-home mom. And we owe about $325 on our house that we got at a very good deal. We fixed it up, and now it's selling for about $500 or close to it. We're looking at possibly downsizing to a smaller house and taking all the equity and just throwing it right in on the mortgage to try to get it paid off and get debt free so I can call you back and make you scream.
So the only reason for selling the house is to move towards debt freedom.
Yes, sir.
But you only owe $325 and you make $105 and you have no other debt.
That's right.
Do you like the house?
Well, we really do like the house.
I would stay.
Think so?
Yeah, I think you can pay it off in 10 years, 7 years.
Yeah, we've been trying to pay a little bit extra, but with all the kids, it kind of it makes it a little more difficult to have
Well, you need a written budget.
Right.
4 kids on $105,000. There's no whining allowed. You can do
I
that.
understand.
You can do that, and you can pay extra on your mortgage. You don't have any other debt.
Right.
But you have to control the lifestyle and control the spending inside the house, and that's called a budget. And you and Mama working together to do that. And
yeah, we've been listening for about 2.5 months, and we've already paid off all the extra debt that we had, and we're really getting anxious to get everything
how much
paid
extra
off.
debt did you have?
Not much, probably about $10,000.
And how long did that take you? 2 months?
It really didn't take any time. We already had about $55,000 or $65,000 in savings, and so we just wrote a check for it all, paid off the car.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so the rest of what's left in there is now your emergency fund, or are you overfunded on your emergency fund?
I was overfunded on our emergency fund, yeah.
Are you still?
No, we're right at about 6 months income or 7 months income.
Okay, you may be a little heavy. I might take 15 or 20 of that and throw it at this house, and let's just start saying, okay, we're going to throw $1,000 every so often at this house, in addition to what you're already paying. I don't see a problem with that at all. This house is not panicking me with your income. I think, again, you guys are just learning to live on your written game plan. You're learning to stay on less than you make and hit some financial goals and so forth. I think you're on track to do it. I don't think you're going to have a problem at all. So I would just continue to keep that place. I mean, if you want to move down just to be debt-free, I don't have a problem with that. But you got 4 kids, and this is not a, you're not telling me you're sitting in a $2 million house that's paid for or something here. It's weird. I mean, for your income, it's not out of line. I think you're going to get it paid off in a few years, and if you like it, I would just stay there. That'd be my plan. So, hey, thanks for the call. I hope that helps you. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. 888-825-5225.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that dropping out of high school was my decision. But as a single mom, that decision affected more than just me. To set an example, I had to be the example. I found a free high school diploma program at Learn for Life that fits around my busy life. I have a team of teachers, tutors, and counselors that really care. I learn at my pace in an environment that is safe and comfortable. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Hey everybody, this is Polka Tom inviting you to join me for Inland Empire Polkas every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. right here on KCAA Radio, 1050 a.m. on your dial and online at www.kcaaradio.com. I'll play all the best in polka music for you, so join me every Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds Custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
What is the Del Walmsley Radio Show?
Welcome to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. You need to stop being dependent on a...
Do you know we have kids products too? You can help get your kids and grandkids started off on the right track. Financial Peace Junior helps parents teach their kids about money. It's packed with fun tools and activities and lays out how to give, save, and spend wisely. Junior's Adventures is a set of 6 colorful books that teaches values like honesty, hard work, and the dangers of debt. We also have the Junior's Adventures Bank with separate slots for giving, saving, and spending. And we haven't forgotten teens. We offer a powerful series on DVD called Generation Change that teaches teens how they can be who God created them to be, how to do more with their money, and how to get the most out of life. The online store is loaded with stuff for kids. There are product bundles and sales going on all the time. Visit the online store at DaveRamsey.com and make sure your kids know what you wish you had known. That's DaveRamsey.com.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you're here. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. I love that Blinds.com sends my listeners free color samples. That way you can be absolutely sure you love the color, the texture, your choices, everything. Designer blinds, shades, shutters, drapes. It's Blinds.com. Their prices crush what you find in the stores. Love this company. They're good people. Known Jay and the guys a long time, and I'm honored to endorse them. Randall in Ohio gives us our question. He says, is it a good idea to refinance a home to save 0.5% interest? Mortgage is $35,000. Current rate's 4%. I can refinance at 3.5%, but it will cost $3,500 in fees. Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, you're going to make $175 a year on this. $35,000. Let me make sure I did that right. $35,000, enter 0.05. Yep. No, $1,750? No, I did something wrong, didn't I? That can't be right. That had to be $350,000. I must have dropped a 0. I am so losing my mind. No, it's $1,750. That's not right. It's just not right. 10% is $3,500. 0.05. Oh, it's 005. Hello. No, I can't do it. This is awful. No, it's not going to be worth it. I can't do the math, though. I'm losing my mind, you guys. This is so embarrassing. I'm going to conquer it right here in front of all of you on the air. This is embarrassing. But that is it. I'm missing a 0. I'm dropping a 0. I got it. Okay, it is $175. I did it in my head, and then my calculator wouldn't spit it out. Okay. Put the wrong number of decimal points or zeros in there. Okay, it is. You're saving $175, and it costs you $3,500 to do that. So if you divide $3,500 by 175, it takes you 20 years to make your money back. No, you don't do that refinance deal. You do a refinance deal that you recoup your closing costs within 2 years, because the average mortgage is paid off every 5 years due to selling the house or refinancing these days. 5.2 years, actually. And so, you want to pay it. You want to recoup your closing costs with the interest saved within a couple of years, or it doesn't make sense in most cases. A small $35,000 mortgage, for certain, I would not do that. I'll just pay the stinking thing off. You don't owe that much on it. Let's just get in gear and knock it out. All right, Ross is with us in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Ross, you called the financial guy that can't add, so you're up a creek, buddy. How can I help?
Well, then it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today, Mr. Ramsey. Back in May, my house was deemed a total loss by a freak accident, and tomorrow I'm about to pick up a settlement check from my insurance company, and I'm trying to find out what the right thing to do with it is.
Okay. Was there a mortgage at all?
There was a mortgage, and the settlement check, the cash value up front that I can pick up tomorrow covers the mortgage and demolition costs. The lot will be mine at the end of it to sell for whatever it's worth.
Okay. So when you pick the check up, you pay to tear down the house, and you pay off your mortgage, and you have a clear lot, and that's it?
Yes, sir.
What's the lot worth?
The lot is anywhere between 35 and 40. Worst case scenario would probably be 30, but a realtor says I could probably get 38 for it.
And you're living, I take it, in a rental now?
Yes, insurance is covering our lease payment in a rental.
Until now, until you get the check?
Until I pay off the mortgage, correct.
Yeah, okay. What's your household income?
I'm about to get married in 4 weeks.
Yay!
Yeah, pretty exciting, but we've been having to deal with this house as well as planning a wedding. Mm-hmm. I bring home a month probably, gross about $70,000 a year, and my future wife will bring home about $40,000.
Okay. You make $110,000 a year. That's about a $200,000 neighborhood it sounds like you're living in. Does that sound right?
The house value is market value is about $160,000. The mortgage is at $143,000 right now.
Yeah. And I wasn't far off then. And you're how old?
29.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you really got two options. One, sell the lot and find a house to buy. Or two is build a house on the lot, right?
Correct. The question is, the lot, after selling the lot, that'll cover my debts. My future wife has an extraordinary amount of student loan debt, and our plan is to live off of my income only and have her student loan debt paid off in 2.5 years to 3 years.
I like that. Keep renting.
So I wanted to call you because you would say never sell your house to pay off debt. However,
yeah, but you don't have a house. You have a lot.
Exactly. And this situation has afforded us the opportunity to do something like that. We can rent for the next 2 to 3 years, and I can pay off my debt and live off of hers. I was almost sure you would say that was the right thing to do, but I wanted to make sure.
It is. It's the right thing to do. And plus, I got to tell you, there's no way I'm going to be brand new married and build a house.
That's why we wanted to wait. The only question is I got a lot of people asking me why I wouldn't rebuild, because our rent or lease payment is going to be $300 to $400 more than what my mortgage was, and I lost all the interest that I've been paying in the house.
Well, you can lease something less expensive if you want to.
We're looking, definitely looking.
If you want to move down in rental, you can do that to accomplish these goals. And truthfully, there's always a lot of broke people that question you when you're doing smart things with money. And I just smile and keep doing them. I mean, not everybody's not going to understand, but you're renting for a short period of time while you get your debts cleaned up in a new marriage, and then you're going to look for a home that you buy together. I would do that rather than build, and I sure wouldn't build the first year of a marriage. A brand new marriage and building a house, it's just those two things don't go together. It's hard to build a house cause a divorce, man. I mean, it really can if you don't do it right. It's a pain, and you got to have a real strong, deep relationship to be able to walk through that baby. But we were laughing about that this weekend. We built a house down on our lake property, and it's Cape Cod, or so I was told. I have no flipping idea what Cape Cod is. I'm not a decorator. Decorating to me is rearranging the stuff that's on my desk or something. But it's Cape Cod. Well, you know what Cape Cod means in decorating world. I finally figured it out after we built this house, and I went through all this crap of selecting stuff, and Sharon's picking out all this furniture. She and the decorator running around in circles and all this stuff. I finally figured out what Cape Cod means, because Cape Cod really does mean a whole lot of different things to different people. It's hard to kind of narrow that one down as a category, apparently. But we figured out what it means. It means anything Sharon likes. If Sharon likes it, we declared it Cape Cod, and we put it in that house. You got to have this stuff worked out before you start building a house together in your marriage. You got to be able to laugh through some of the ridiculous stuff you face. So, no, I would not build a house in your situation. I think you're exactly on track, regardless of what your detractors might say, without a doubt. Michael is on Facebook. He says, I guess it's Michelle. I'm sorry, I must have read that wrong. If my husband dies and I receive an insurance settlement, will I owe taxes on that settlement? No. There's no income tax on life insurance proceeds. Will I also have access to his retirement funds without penalties? Depends on what type of retirement funds it are and how they're named. You can usually roll them to an IRA, an inherited IRA, and you will have taxes, but you won't have penalties in that case, usually. But it depends on how it's set up. So, yes, that's how I would look at it. Hey, thanks for the email or the Facebook follow or whatever it is. By the way, you can follow us on Facebook. About 3 million of you do, and occasionally we answer questions just like that. Facebook.com/Dave Ramsey. 70,000 of you are following me on Twitter at Twitter.com, or that would be at Dave Ramsey on Twitter. If 500,000 people follow you on Twitter, the blue check proves it. That means it's actually me that is insulting you. And I'm often pretty acerbic on Twitter. I'm kind of a smart aleck. And sometimes I'm not even nice. Sometimes I'm just really funny. And other times you're inspired. See, that's why you follow me on Twitter right there. You just never know what you're going to find at Dave Ramsey on Twitter. So, hey, thanks for joining us there. That about puts this particular hour in the books. Our thanks to James Childs. James is the producer of this radio show. Our executive producer, been with us for about 4,000 years, Blake Thompson. And, of course, Kelly Daniels is our producer and phone screener. She's so important, she has 2 titles. That is our The Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
Hey, it's James Childs, producer of The Dave Ramsey Show.
Will we see another housing and stock market bubble? Find out September 24th at the Inland Empire Economic Forecast Conference at Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario. With internationally noted economists, hear national, state, and local economy forecasts and gain valuable insight from Real World Analysis, featuring guest speaker Melissa Francis, anchor and host of Fox Business Network, will separate the Washington and Wall Street spin. That's Thursday, September 24th at 7 a.m. The 6th Annual Inland Empire Economic Forecast Conference at Citizens